If there's something we're really good at since birth, it's finding reasons not to do something. It's the way our brain handles self-preservation. Some of these beliefs will massively hinder your personal growth in the long run big time, and for pretty dumb reasons too. Today we're going over the most common toxic beliefs and how to better handle them. Number 1. Somebody has thought of this before. We hear this one time and time again. Nah, it's pointless to try. That guy's done it already. Hey fans, ideas alone are useless. An idea is worth $1 million after it's made. $1 million. Do you think car manufacturers would stop making electric vehicles just because Tesla's already done it? Are we the only channel that talks about this stuff? We are not the first, nor will we be the last. It's all about the execution and what you can bring to the competitive market. Number 2, you're not original enough. A lot of people quit on their goals because they think it's impossible to come up with something groundbreaking that will completely change their life. But here's an interesting thought. You don't have to change the world. You only have to change yourself, and the world will follow. And changing yourself is a whole lot easier to do. Small, meaningful improvements in the right direction over a long period of time, that's all you need. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Your creativity will come naturally along the way. Don't you worry about that. Number 3. It's too late for me now. We'll start this one with a quote from Bill Gates. People overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Hey fans, can you remember what you were doing 10 years ago? Can you even wrap your head around how much has changed? Here's a little game for you. It's literally a game called Osmos. You play with a little single-cell organism, and your job is to eat smaller cells and grow bigger. And if you touch one bigger than you, you have to start over. At first, you're this tiny little blip, and the task seems impossible. But once you get going and gather enough momentum, you soon realize the more you play, the easier it becomes. It doesn't matter when you start. It only matters how long you're willing to go. Number 4, I don't have the connections. A good network is super important, but what do you do when you don't know anybody? Here's a little analogy for you. If you play online games and end up with a really good team player, you want to keep playing with them, right? And why is that? Maybe they made your job easier. They communicated properly. They were there when they were supposed to be and made everything more enjoyable. Simply put, they provided good value to you. That's what you need to do in your game. Make sure you can provide value, and the teammates will come. Number 5, others can do it better. This one seems very common nowadays. And social media, with all its fake and manufactured content, really doesn't help. Here's the deal. Are some people better prepared than you are? Yes. Just as you're better prepared than some other people. You have to remember there is enough pie for everyone. Here's a good example. When people want to lose weight, they usually first look at how elite athletes are doing it, and the next thought is, well, of course they can. They have a personal gym, personal trainer, personal nutritionist, and they're literally being paid to do it. There's no way I can achieve that level in the same amount of time. But here's the thing. They train to be as fast and strong as humanly possible. You train so your favorite shirt can fit better. Once you align your goals with your reality, your mindset changes suddenly. Knowing that others can do it better is an advantage because you can learn from them. If you like this idea. Number 6, I can't work hard enough on this. Hey fans, do you know what the difference is between a 40-hour work week and a 60-hour work week? You're a lot more tired after the second one, but your output is pretty much the same. A popular idea promoted by writers like Malcolm Gladwell is it takes around 10,000 hours to be a true master at something. But do you know how many hours it takes to be decent at something? Around 30. Think about it. 1 hour a day for a month to be good enough at something. You can be a decent enough coder in a month, starting from 0. You can be a decent enough video editor in a month, starting from 0. You can learn to make good enough websites in a month. starting from zero, but you need to Pareto the shit out of it. We talk a lot about the Pareto principle because it's something we constantly use in our daily lives. It takes 20% of the effort to be 80% good enough at something. If you know 20% of the guitar chords, you can play around 80% of the songs out there. Just think about it for a while. Number 7. Procrastination. Here are some insights. People procrastinate because short-term pleasure often trumps long-term benefits. It's way easier to watch another episode than to take out the trash. There are multiple ways around procrastination, and they all revolve around tricking your brain into success. Here's an example. Let's say you don't want to brush your teeth before bed. What you can do is just brush one tooth. Just one. It takes like what? A couple of seconds. But if you do that, it's pretty easy to finish the job. Right, I mean, you're already there with a toothbrush in your hand. You might as well just get it done. You can apply this concept to everything throughout the day. If you don't want to send that email, just write the title. You'll find it a lot easier to finish it afterwards. Number 8. I'm quite happy with how things are. We're not here to question your happiness, but here's something to think about. Are you telling yourself you're happy just because admitting the truth will make you feel uncomfortable? There's nothing wrong with wanting more from life. And you not being happy with your current situation isn't a sign of weakness or previous failures. It's a sign of self-awareness and progress. The first step of achieving anything is realizing you actually want it. Number your ego is in the way. Yeah, I could have done that too, but I don't really care that much. In reality, you probably could have done that, and you should have done that. By admitting to it makes you feel weak, and your ego won't let that happen, so you default into this defensive position. Making peace with one's ego is probably the hardest thing anyone can do. It involves a lot of introspection and meditation, but more often than not, we let our ego block the path to growth. Number 10. You forget how far you've come already. Sometimes people look at their potential and feel like there's a mountain to be climbed, and they're only at the bottom, and get discouraged. But in reality, you've been climbing this mountain since the day you were born. Everything you did in your life has led to this moment. It's been a constant climb. You're not starting now. You just keep going and pick up the pace. It's important to look back from time to time and see how far you've come. You're not the same kid anymore. You have a better idea of what you want from life, what makes you happy, what makes you feel accomplished, and so on. So, why not keep climbing? Hey fans, which one of these beliefs had the most impact on your life? Let us know in the comments. And you know, we always have a bonus for those of you sticking with us until the end. So here it is. Successful people have a different way of climbing this mountain. They invest in the right tools, find the path with the least resistance, and don't stop until they reach the top. And when they do eventually reach the top, they look for another mountain, because by that point, the whole process is fun. Learn exactly how they do it and much more on the inside. Thanks for watching, fans. We always value your thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos.
I know just how you feel.
Man, shit gotta be around here somewhere.